Psalms 111 through 139 of the Holy Bible, American Standard Version. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Psalm 111. Praise ye Jehovah. I will give thanks unto Jehovah with my whole heart, in the council of the upright and in the congregation. The works of Jehovah are great, sought out of all them that have pleasure therein. His work is honor and majesty, and his righteousness endureth for ever. He hath made his wonderful works to be remembered. Jehovah is gracious and merciful. He hath given food unto them that fear him. He will ever be mindful of his covenant. He hath showed his people the power of his works, in giving them the heritage of the nations. The works of his hands are truth and justice. All his precepts are sure. They are established for ever and ever. They are done in truth and uprightness. He hath sent redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant for ever. Holy and reverend is his name. The fear of Jehovah is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth for ever. End of Psalm 111. Psalm 112. Praise ye Jehovah. Blessed is the man that feareth Jehovah, that delighteth greatly in his commandments. His seed shall be mighty upon earth. The generation of the upright shall be blessed. Wealth and riches are in his house, and his righteousness endureth for ever. Unto the upright there ariseth light in the darkness. He is gracious and merciful and righteous. Well is it with the man that dealeth graciously and lendeth. He shall maintain his cause in judgment. For he shall never be moved. The righteous shall be had in everlasting remembrance. He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in Jehovah. His heart is established. He shall not be afraid, until he see his desire upon his adversaries. He hath dispersed, he hath given to the needy. His righteousness endureth for ever. His horn shall be exalted with honor. The wicked shall see it, and be grieved. He shall gnash with his teeth, and melt away. The desire of the wicked shall perish. End of Psalm 112. Psalm 113. Praise ye Jehovah. Praise, O ye servants of Jehovah. Praise the name of Jehovah. Blessed be the name of Jehovah from this time forth and for evermore. From the rising of the sun unto the going down of the same, Jehovah's name is to be praised. Jehovah is high above all nations, and his glory above the heavens. Who is like unto Jehovah our God, that hath his seat on high, that humbleth himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in the earth? He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the needy from the dunghill, that he may set him with princes, even with the princes of his people. He maketh the barren woman to keep house, and to be a joyful mother of children. Praise ye Jehovah. End of Psalm 113. Psalm 114. When Israel went forth out of Egypt, the house of Jacob from a people of strange language, Judah became his sanctuary, Israel his dominion. The sea saw it and fled. The Jordan was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams, the little hills like lambs. What aileth thee, O thou sea, that thou fleest? Thou Jordan, that thou turnest back? Ye mountains, that ye skip like rams, ye little hills like lambs? Tremble, thou earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob, who turned the rock into a pool of water, the flint into a fountain of waters. End of Psalm 114. Psalm 115. Not unto us, O Jehovah, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory, for thy loving kindness and for thy truth's sake. Wherefore should the nations say, Where is now their God? But our God is in the heavens. He hath done whatsoever he pleased. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat. They that make them shall be like unto them, yea, every one that trusteth in them. O Israel, trust thou in Jehovah. He is their help and their shield. O house of Aaron, trust ye in Jehovah. He is their help and their shield. Ye that fear Jehovah, trust in Jehovah. He is their help and their shield. Jehovah hath been mindful of us. He will bless us. He will bless the house of Israel. He will bless the house of Aaron. He will bless them that fear Jehovah, both small and great. Jehovah increase you more and more, you and your children. Blessed are ye of Jehovah, who made heaven and earth. The heavens are the heavens of Jehovah, but the earth hath he given to the children of men. The dead praise not Jehovah, neither any that go down into silence. But we will bless Jehovah from this time forth and for evermore. Praise ye Jehovah. End of Psalm 115. Psalm 116. I love Jehovah, because he heareth my voice and my supplications, because he hath inclined his ear unto me. Therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. The cords of death compassed me, and the pains of Sheol gat hold upon me. I found trouble and sorrow. Then called I upon the name of Jehovah. O Jehovah, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Gracious is Jehovah, and righteous. Yea, our God is merciful. Jehovah preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he saved me. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for Jehovah hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. I will walk before Jehovah in the land of the living. I believe, for I will speak. I was greatly afflicted. I said in my haste, All men are liars. What shall I render unto Jehovah for all his benefits toward me? I will take the cup of salvation, and call upon the name of Jehovah. I will pay my vows unto Jehovah, yea, in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of Jehovah is the death of his saints. O Jehovah, truly I am thy servant. I am thy servant, the son of thy handmaid. Thou hast loosed my bonds. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and will call upon the name of Jehovah. I will pay my vows unto Jehovah, yea, in the presence of all his people, in the courts of Jehovah's house, in the midst of thee, O Jerusalem. Praise ye Jehovah. End of Psalm 116. Psalm 117. O praise Jehovah, all ye nations, laud him, all ye peoples, for his loving kindness is great toward us, and the truth of Jehovah endureth for ever. Praise ye Jehovah. End of Psalm 117. Psalm 118. O give thanks unto Jehovah, for he is good, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. Let Israel now say, that his loving kindness endureth for ever. Let the house of Aaron now say, that his loving kindness endureth for ever. Let them now that fear Jehovah say, that his loving kindness endureth for ever. Out of my distress I called upon Jehovah. Jehovah answered me, and set me in a large place. Jehovah is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do unto me? Jehovah is on my side among them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me. It is better to take refuge in Jehovah than to put confidence in man. It is better to take refuge in Jehovah than to put confidence in princes. All nations compassed me about. In the name of Jehovah I will cut them off. They compassed me about, yea, they compassed me about. In the name of Jehovah I will cut them off. They compassed me about like bees. They are quenched as the fire of thorns. In the name of Jehovah I will cut them off. Thou didst thrust sore at me that I might fall, but Jehovah helped me. Jehovah is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tents of the righteous. The right hand of Jehovah doeth valiantly. The right hand of Jehovah is exalted. The right hand of Jehovah doeth valiantly. I shall not die, but live, and declare the works of Jehovah. Jehovah hath chastened me sore, but he hath not given me over unto death. Open to me the gates of righteousness. I will enter into them. I will give thanks unto Jehovah. This is the gate of Jehovah. The righteous shall enter into it. I will give thanks unto thee, for thou hast answered me, and art become my salvation. The stone which the builders rejected is become the head of the corner. This is Jehovah's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day which Jehovah hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Save now, we beseech thee, O Jehovah. O Jehovah, we beseech thee, send now prosperity. Blessed be he that cometh in the name of Jehovah. We have blessed you out of the house of Jehovah. Jehovah is God, and he hath given us light. Bind the sacrifice with cords, even unto the horns of the altar. Thou art my God, and I will give thanks unto thee. Thou art my God, I will exalt thee. O give thanks unto Jehovah, for he is good, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. End of Psalm 118. Psalm 119. Aleph. Blessed are they that are perfect in the way, who walk in the law of Jehovah. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies, that seek him with the whole heart. Yea, they do no unrighteousness. They walk in his ways. Thou hast commanded us thy precepts, that we should observe them diligently. O that my ways were established to observe thy statutes! Then shall I not be put to shame, when I have respect unto all thy commandments. I will give thanks unto thee with uprightness of heart, when I learn thy righteous judgments. I will observe thy statutes. O forsake me not utterly. Beth, wherewith shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I laid up in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Jehovah, teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the ordinances of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies, as much as in all riches. I will meditate on thy precepts, and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. Gimel. Deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live. So will I observe thy word. Open thou mine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. I am a sojourner in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. My soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto thine ordinances at all times. Thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, that do wander from thy commandments. Take away from me reproach and contempt, for I have kept thy testimonies. Princes also sat and talked against me, but thy servant did meditate on thy statutes. Thy testimonies also are my delight, and my counselors. Daleth. My soul cleaveth unto the dust. Quicken thou me according to thy word. I declared my ways, and thou answeredst me. Teach me thy statutes. Make me to understand the way of thy precepts. So shall I meditate on thy wondrous works. My soul melteth for heaviness. Strengthen thou me according unto thy word. Remove from me the way of falsehood, and grant me thy law graciously. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. Thine ordinances have I set before me. I cleave unto thy testimonies. O Jehovah, put me not to shame. I will run the way of thy commandments, when thou shalt enlarge my heart. Hey, teach me, O Jehovah, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. Incline my heart unto thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. Turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken me in thy ways. Confirm unto thy servant thy word, which is in order unto the fear of thee. Turn away my reproach, whereof I am afraid. For thine ordinances are good. Behold, I have longed after thy precepts. Quicken me in thy righteousness. Vav. Let thy loving kindnesses also come unto me, O Jehovah, even thy salvation, according to thy word. So shall I have an answer for him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word. And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thine ordinances. So shall I observe thy law continually, for ever and ever. And I shall walk at liberty, for I have sought thy precepts. I will also speak of thy testimonies before kings, and shall not be put to shame. And I will delight myself in thy commandments, which I have loved. I will lift up my hands also unto thy commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate on thy statutes. Zion. Remember the word unto thy servant, because thou hast made me to hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. The proud have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not swerved from thy law. I have remembered thine ordinances of old, O Jehovah, and have comforted myself. Hot indignation hath taken hold upon me, because of the wicked that forsake thy law. Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage. I have remembered thy name, O Jehovah, in the night, and have observed thy law. This I have had, because I have kept thy precepts. Keth. Jehovah is my portion. I have said that I would observe thy words. I entreated thy favor with my whole heart. Be merciful unto me according to thy word. I thought on my ways, and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste, and delayed not, to observe thy commandments. The cords of the wicked have wrapped me round, but I have not forgotten thy law. At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee, because of thy righteous ordinances. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that observe thy precepts. The earth, O Jehovah, is full of thy loving kindness. Teach me thy statutes. Teth. Thou hast dealt well with thy servant, O Jehovah, according unto thy word. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed in thy commandments. Before I was afflicted I went astray, but now I observe thy word. Thou art good, and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me. With my whole heart will I keep thy precepts. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I may learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Yod. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding, that I may learn thy commandments. They that fear thee shall see me, and be glad, because I have hoped in thy word. I know, O Jehovah, that thy judgments are righteous, and that in faithfulness thou hast afflicted me. Let, I pray thee, thy loving kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. Let the proud be put to shame, for they have overthrown me wrongfully. But I will meditate on thy precepts. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and they shall know thy testimonies. Let my heart be perfect in thy statutes, that I be not put to shame. Kaf. My soul fainteth for thy salvation, but I hope in thy word. Mine eyes fail for thy word, while I say, When wilt thou comfort me? For I am become like a wineskin in the smoke, yet do I not forget thy statutes. How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? The proud have digged pits for me, who are not according to thy law. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. They had almost consumed me upon earth, but I forsook not thy precepts. Quicken me after thy loving kindness. So shall I observe the testimony of thy mouth. Lamed. Forever, O Jehovah, thy word is settled in heaven. Thy faithfulness is unto all generations. Thou hast established the earth, and it abideth. They abide this day according to thine ordinances, for all things are thy servants. Unless thy law had been my delight, I should then have perished in mine affliction. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. I am thine, save me, for I have sought thy precepts. The wicked have waited for me to destroy me, but I will consider thy testimonies. I have seen an end of all perfection, but thy commandment is exceeding broad. Mem. O how love I thy law! It is my meditation all the day. Thy commandments make me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the aged, because I have kept thy precepts. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might observe thy word. I have not turned aside from thine ordinances, for thou hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. None. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and light unto my path. I have sworn and have confirmed it, that I will observe thy righteous ordinances. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Jehovah, according unto thy word. Accept, I beseech thee, the freewill offerings of my mouth, O Jehovah, and teach me thine ordinances. My soul is continually in my hand, yet do I not forget thy law. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet have I not gone astray from thy precepts. Thy testimonies have I taken as a heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. I have inclined my heart to perform thy statutes forever, even unto the end. Samech. I hate them that are of a double mind, but thy law do I love. Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. Depart from me, ye evildoers, that I may keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and shall have respect unto thy statutes continually. Thou hast set at naught all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore I love thy testimonies. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgments. Ayin. I have done justice and righteousness. Leave me not to mine oppressors. Be surety for thy servant for good. Let not the proud oppress me. Mine eyes fail for thy salvation, and for thy righteous word. Deal with thy servant according unto thy loving kindness, and teach me thy statutes. I am thy servant. Give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. It is time for Jehovah to work, for they have made void thy law. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. Pay. Thy testimonies are wonderful, therefore doth my soul keep them. The opening of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. I opened wide my mouth and panted, for I longed for thy commandments. Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Establish my footsteps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Redeem me from the oppression of man, so will I observe thy precepts. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. Streams of water run down mine eyes, because they observe not thy law. Tzada. Righteous art thou, O Jehovah, and upright are thy judgments. Thou hast commanded thy testimonies in righteousness and very faithfulness. My zeal hath consumed me, because mine adversaries have forgotten thy words. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. I am small and despised, yet do I not forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is truth. Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delight. Thy testimonies are righteous forever. Give me understanding, and I shall live. Kof. I have called with my whole heart. Answer me, O Jehovah, I will keep thy statutes. I have called unto thee, save me, and I shall observe thy testimonies. I anticipated the dawning of the morning, and cried. I hoped in thy words. Mine eyes anticipated the night watches, that I might meditate on thy word. Hear my voice according unto thy loving kindness. Quicken me, O Jehovah, according to thine ordinances. They draw nigh that follow after wickedness. They are far from thy law. Thou art nigh, O Jehovah, and all thy commandments are truth. Of old have I known from thy testimonies that thou hast founded them for ever. Resh. Consider mine affliction, and deliver me, for I do not forget thy law. Plead thou my cause, and redeem me. Quicken me according to thy word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes. Great are thy tender mercies, O Jehovah. Quicken me according to thine ordinances. Many are my persecutors and mine adversaries. Yet have I not swerved from thy testimonies. I beheld the treacherous, and was grieved, because they observe not thy word. Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Jehovah, according to thy loving kindness. The sum of thy word is truth, and every one of thy righteous ordinances endureth for ever. Shin. Princes have persecuted me without a cause, but my heart standeth in awe of thy words. I rejoice at thy word, as one that findeth great spoil. I hate and abhor falsehood, but thy law do I love. 7 times a day do I praise thee, because of thy righteous ordinances. Great peace have they that love thy law, and they have no occasion of stumbling. I have hoped for thy salvation, O Jehovah, and have done thy commandments. My soul hath observed thy testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. I have observed thy precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. Taf. Let my cry come near before thee, O Jehovah. Give me understanding according to thy word. Let my supplication come before thee. Deliver me according to thy word. Let my lips utter praise, for thou teachest me thy statutes. Let my tongue sing of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. Let thy hand be ready to help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. I have longed for thy salvation, O Jehovah, and thy law is my delight. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thine ordinances help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments. End of Psalm 119. Psalm 120. A Song of Ascents. In my distress I cried unto Jehovah, and he answered me. Deliver my soul, O Jehovah, from lying lips, and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto thee, and what shall be done more unto thee, thou deceitful tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty, with coals of juniper. Woe is me that I sojourn in Meshech, that I dwell among the tents of Kedar. My soul hath long had her dwelling with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. End of Psalm 120. Psalm 121. A Song of Ascents. I will lift up mine eyes unto the mountains. From whence shall my help come? My help cometh from Jehovah, who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Jehovah is thy keeper. Jehovah is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Jehovah will keep thee from all evil. He will keep thy soul. Jehovah will keep thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and for evermore. End of Psalm 121. Psalm 122. A Song of Ascents, of David. I was glad when they said unto me, Let us go unto the house of Jehovah. Our feet are standing within thy gates, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, that are builded as a city that is compact together, whither the tribes go up, even the tribes of Jehovah, for an ordinance for Israel, to give thanks unto the name of Jehovah. For there are set thrones for judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee. Peace be within thy walls, and prosperity within thy palaces. For my brethren and companions' sakes I will now say, Peace be within thee. For the sake of the house of Jehovah our God, I will seek thy good. End of Psalm 122. Psalm 123. A Song of Ascents. Unto thee do I lift up mine eyes, O thou that sittest in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look unto the hand of their master, as the eyes of a maid unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes look unto Jehovah our God, until he have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Jehovah, have mercy upon us, for we are exceedingly filled with contempt. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scoffing of those that are at ease, and with the contempt of the proud. End of Psalm 123. Psalm 124. A Song of Ascents, of David. If it had not been Jehovah who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been Jehovah who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up alive, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul, then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be Jehovah, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of Jehovah, who made heaven and earth. End of Psalm 124. Psalm 125. A Song of Ascents. They that trust in Jehovah are as Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abideth forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so Jehovah is round about his people from this time forth and forevermore. For the scepter of wickedness shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, that the righteous put not forth their hands unto iniquity. Do good, O Jehovah, unto those that are good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. But as for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, Jehovah will lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. Peace be upon Israel. End of Psalm 125. Psalm 126. A Song of Ascents. When Jehovah brought back those that returned to Zion, we were like unto them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the nations, Jehovah hath done great things for them. Jehovah hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Jehovah, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing seed for sowing, shall doubtless come again with joy, bringing his sheaves with him. End of Psalm 126. Psalm 127. A Song of Ascents of Solomon. Except Jehovah build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except Jehovah keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to take rest late, to eat the bread of toil, for so he giveth unto his beloved sleep. Lo, children are a heritage of Jehovah, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows in the hand of a mighty man, so are the children of youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be put to shame when they speak with their enemies in the gate. End of Psalm 127. Psalm 128. A Song of Ascents. Blessed is every one that feareth Jehovah, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thy hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine in the innermost parts of thy house, thy children like olive plants round about thy table. Behold, thus shall the man be blessed that feareth Jehovah. Jehovah bless thee out of Zion. And see thou the good of Jerusalem all the days of thy life. Yea, see thou thy children's children. Peace be upon Israel. End of Psalm 128. Psalm 129. A Song of Ascents. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth up. Let Israel now say, Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth up, yet they have not prevailed against me. The plowers plowed upon my back, they made long their furrows. Jehovah is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them be put to shame and turned backward, all they that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth before it groweth up, wherewith the reaper filleth not his hand, nor he that bindeth sheaves his bosom. Neither do they that go by say, The blessing of Jehovah be upon you. We bless you in the name of Jehovah. End of Psalm 129. Psalm 130, a song of ascents. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Jehovah. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Jehovah, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for Jehovah, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord, more than watchmen wait for the morning, yea, more than watchmen for the morning. O Israel, hope in Jehovah, for with Jehovah there is loving kindness, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he will redeem Israel from all his iniquities. End of Psalm 130. Psalm 131, a song of ascents, of David. Jehovah, my heart is not haughty, nor mine eyes lofty, neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too wonderful for me. Surely I have stilled and quieted my soul, like a weaned child with his mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, hope in Jehovah from this time forth and for evermore. End of Psalm 131. Psalm 132, a song of ascents. Jehovah, remember for David all his affliction, how he sware unto Jehovah, and vowed unto the mighty one of Jacob, Surely I will not come into the tabernacle of my house, nor go up into my bed. I will not give sleep to mine eyes, or slumber to mine eyelids, until I find out a place for Jehovah, a tabernacle for the mighty one of Jacob. Lo, we heard of it in Ephrathah. We found it in the field of the wood. We will go into his tabernacles. We will worship at his footstool. Arise, O Jehovah, into thy resting place, thou and the ark of thy strength. Let thy priests be clothed with righteousness, and let thy saints shout for joy. For thy servant David's sake, turn not away the face of thine anointed. Jehovah hath sworn unto David in truth, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne, if thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony, that I shall teach them. Their children also shall sit upon thy throne for evermore. For Jehovah hath chosen Zion, he hath desired it for his habitation. This is my resting place for ever. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it. I will abundantly bless her provision. I will satisfy her poor with bread. Her priests also will I clothe with salvation, and her saints shall shout aloud for joy. There will I make the horn of David to bud. I have ordained a lamp for mine anointed. His enemies will I clothe with shame, but upon himself shall his crown flourish. End of Psalm 132. Psalm 133, a song of ascents, of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious oil upon the head, that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that came down upon the skirt of his garments, like the dew of Hermon, that cometh down upon the mountains of Zion. For there Jehovah commanded the blessing, even life for evermore. End of Psalm 133. Psalm 134. A Song of Ascents. Behold, bless ye Jehovah, all ye servants of Jehovah, that by night stand in the house of Jehovah. Lift up your hands to the sanctuary, and bless ye Jehovah. Jehovah bless thee out of Zion, even he that made heaven and earth. End of Psalm 134. Psalm 135. Praise ye Jehovah. Praise ye the name of Jehovah. Praise him, O ye servants of Jehovah, ye that stand in the house of Jehovah, in the courts of the house of our God. Praise ye Jehovah, for Jehovah is good. Sing praises unto his name, for it is pleasant. For Jehovah hath chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his own possession. For I know that Jehovah is great, and that our Lord is above all gods. Whatsoever Jehovah pleased, that hath he done, in heaven and in earth, in the seas and in all deeps, who causeth the vapours to ascend from the ends of the earth, who maketh lightnings for the rain, who bringeth forth the wind out of his treasuries, who smote the firstborn of Egypt, both of man and beast, who sent signs and wonders into the midst of thee, O Egypt, upon Pharaoh and upon all his servants, who smote many nations, and slew mighty kings, Sihon king of the Amorites, and Og king of Bashan, and all the kingdoms of Canaan, and gave their land for a heritage unto Israel his people. Thy name, O Jehovah, endureth for ever, thy memorial name, O Jehovah, throughout all generations. For Jehovah will judge his people, and repent himself concerning his servants. The idols of the nations are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Neither is there any breath in their mouths. They that make them shall be like unto them, yea, every one that trusteth in them. O house of Israel, bless ye Jehovah. O house of Aaron, bless ye Jehovah. O house of Levi, bless ye Jehovah. Ye that fear Jehovah, bless ye Jehovah. Blessed be Jehovah out of Zion, who dwelleth at Jerusalem. Praise ye Jehovah. End of Psalm 135. Psalm 136. O give thanks unto Jehovah, for he is good, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. O give thanks unto the God of gods, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. O give thanks unto the Lord of lords, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. To him who alone doeth great wonders, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. To him that by understanding made the heavens, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. To him that spread forth the earth above the waters, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. To him that made great lights, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. The sun to rule by day, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. To him that smote Egypt in their firstborn, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. And brought out Israel from among them, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. With a strong hand and with an outstretched arm, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. To him that divided the Red Sea in sunder, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, and made Israel to pass through the midst of it, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, but overthrew Pharaoh and his host in the Red Sea, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, to him that led his people through the wilderness, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, to him that smote great kings, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, and slew famous kings, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, Sihon, king of the Amorites, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, and Og, king of Bashan, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, and gave their land for a heritage, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, even a heritage unto Israel his servant, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, who remembered us in our low estate, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, and hath delivered us from our adversaries, for his loving kindness endureth for ever, who giveth food to all flesh, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. O give thanks unto the God of heaven, for his loving kindness endureth for ever. End of Psalm 136. Psalm 137. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. Upon the willows in the midst thereof we hanged up our harps, for there they that led us captive required of us songs, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing Jehovah's song in a foreign land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her skill. Let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth, if I remember thee not, if I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Jehovah, against the children of Edom the day of Jerusalem, who said, Raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, that art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the rock. End of Psalm 137. Psalm 138. A Psalm of David. I will give thee thanks with my whole heart. Before the gods will I sing praises unto thee. I will worship toward thy holy temple, and give thanks unto thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. In the day that I called, thou answeredst me. Thou didst encourage me with strength in my soul. All the kings of the earth shall give thee thanks, O Jehovah, for they have heard the words of thy mouth. Yea, they shall sing of the ways of Jehovah, for great is the glory of Jehovah. For though Jehovah is high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly, but the haughty he knoweth from afar. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou wilt stretch forth thy hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand will save me. Jehovah will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy loving kindness, O Jehovah, endureth for ever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. End of Psalm 138. Psalm 139, for the chief musician, a psalm of David. O Jehovah, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my down sitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou searchest out my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Jehovah, thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thy hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain unto it. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in Sheol, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall overwhelm me, and the light about me shall be night, even the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. For thou didst form my inward parts. Thou didst cover me in my mother's womb. I will give thanks unto thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. My frame was not hidden from thee when I was made in secret, and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see mine unformed substance, and in thy book they were all written, even the days that were ordained for me, when as yet there was none of them. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me therefore, ye bloodthirsty men, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Jehovah, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. They are become mine enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me, and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. End of Psalm 139.